He's been walking around with that thing in his mouth for a couple hours. Not lighting, just enjoying.
I'll light it after I'm done with my part
The
here.
Asylum 13. That's
Thank goodness I got that on recording.
Oh, thank
I'll
goodness.
only get through a little bit of it. I'll probably save the rest for tomorrow.
Does Ellen kiss you after you've had that?
Oh, fuck no.
No, I didn't think so.
No. She hates him. Hates him.
Is this recording?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, recording.
Oh, we're on.
I'm fine with that.
Hey.
No, Ellen hates me doing this.
Hey, but it's a big day for you.
It is.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
I guess.
I guess.
What is
Listen.
What?
What is today?
Happy
My-
birthday to you.
59th birthday.
5'9", the big 5'9".
Big 5'9".
You know, the big 5'9" is now considered kind of the big 4'9". Like,
Really?
yeah, I say that. Like my big 4'4", I'm basically 34.
In 8 years, I'll be at the big 6'7".
6'7".
Isn't that what the kids do today?
It is. That's awesome.
What Ashley does, if you notice the last
Oh my
3
God.
or 4 screenshots. So it's like the Daily Muddy. Ashley's hands are
She's
like
animated.
this. The Minutes with the Mayor. Ashley's hands,
hands
are
are
like
just-
this.
I don't know what to
And
do
then
with
Coffee
my
Talk,
hands.
her hands are like this.
You know, you go to YouTube and you put your stuff in there, and it gives you these 3 selections of screenshots, and,
you
and
always
all of
choose
them.
Ashley's
No,
hands.
her hands are always. It's either her hands are moving or it's an ad. And I don't want an ad for the screenshot, so it's Ashley's hands
My
moving.
grandma Hoopy gave me that
Grandma
treat.
Hoopy.
I am a speaker with my hands, and if I have to have my hands tied, I probably can't speak. So, and I realize my hands are pretty large and in charge. They're
I was trying to send.
You have big hands for a woman?
I do.
Okay.
I sent her the. I don't know if it was you were in it, but the Tom Cruise from.
I love. Yes. Oh yeah.
And it's like hands up,
Luda.
hands up.
Oh my
I
God, I
can't
love
help
that.
it.
That's the what's his name? Goodman something. Yeah. Anyway, he plays the agent in Tropic Thunder, which is a completely politically incorrect movie that probably couldn't be made today because Robert Downey Jr. is in blackface.
But it was the best character.
It's
was
hilarious.
Tom Cruise's character.
Tom Cruise's agent is hilarious, and he does the dance at the end. And sometimes I just play that. That's one of the things in my mix, like in the mornings when I'm there doing stuff. Oh yeah, I'll play it. And I was like, little Luda. And then he goes, and then the movie starts going, playa, playa, playa. When he's trying to get Matthew McConaughey's trying to talk him to that deal, he goes, "Come on, you know you want to do it, playa, playa." It's awesome.
You do that pretty well.
I love that
I
movie.
mean, for being the big 5'9",
I
you're pretty
love that
hip.
movie. Yes. My nephew-in-law, I guess, we went to this wedding in California, Southern California last weekend, and their entrance music was to "Smooth" by Santana. And Rob Thomas and Santana. He comes in playing the guitar, and my niece Allison comes in dancing. It was hilarious. And then, like in the middle of it, that he grabbed it, and that was one of the songs we were on the dance floor. And I came up to him, and I knew all the words. And he's like, "Uncle Bobby, you know all the words."
Uncle Bobby.
And I'm like,
Uncle Bobby.
"Yep, I'm Uncle Bobby." I was Uncle Bobby all weekend.
So did you celebrate your birthday big when you were in California, or is it just kind of a...
No, I mean, it was nice. Again, it's so many people out there. Oh my God, it takes forever to get everywhere. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was 82 when we left and 28 when we landed back in St. Louis. That was nice, but still, being out there and everything just takes forever. Now, the one nice thing was we stayed in this really nice hotel in Anaheim, and it was right across the street from the Honda Center where the Anaheim Ducks played. So I was able to take my youngest son, Scott, to his first hockey game, and he loved it.
Yeah.
He's like,
Did you see a fight?
And he's not a sport. We did see a couple of fights.
I mean,
and
what's a hockey game without a fight?
And he's not a big sports guy. Alex is the big sports fan in the family of the kids, but he's like, I like hockey. I think, and so I'm going to take him to a Blues game when he's home over Christmas, probably.
Cool.
Even though the Blues are terrible right now.
Sorry.
I will wear my Blues hat, not the Anaheim Ducks hat I purchased. He'll probably wear his Ducks sweatshirt, though. He should, since I spent so much damn money on it. But he'll go, and he's like, I'm going to go to it, because Bloomington, I guess, has a minor league hockey team, so he's at ISU. He's like, I'm going to go to a Bison's game. And I was like, great. So I'm looking forward to
into
it.
it.
He was.
Speaking of so much damn money,
Uh-oh.
it's your birthday present time. I have to give you your fake birthday present first.
Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you. So,
It's the Crown Royal 86th Advent calendar.
Okay.
But, okay, so...
This is the one you got scammed on, right?
we've been talking about this all week.
I waited for this in the mail forever. I thought this was going to be the best birthday gift for Bob because, you know, who wouldn't want an Advent calendar?
Bobby loves his crown.
I like
full
Crown.
of little Crown bottles. But guess what? Feel it.
That's what you get.
Holy crap! It's just bottles.
Little crown.
There's no booze in the bottles.
I'll just, you can.
It's basically like a shrinking dink.
This is amazing.
I mean,
You gotta be kidding
on.
me.
Guys, listen.
Oh my God! You
I'm
got
not gonna tell you what this costs.
you got so ripped off, honey. I'm so sorry.
Let me just go ahead and say, let this be a lesson to all of you for not shopping local.
Are they
This
at
is
least?
the price you pay?
Are they edible? Maybe.
I can't believe I did that to you.
Maybe they're like pressed whiskey.
No one
I think
wants
you
to
just
hear
pick
that
your teeth with
ASMR.
them.
It's awful.
Yeah, it's just a really bad.
This is the
great
worst
thought.
Just put it to the side. Don't
Bad
hear
gift.
ASMR. You're right. Put it away.
Worst gift ever. So,
It's the thought that counts, right?
Is the thought?
Oh
Wha-bam!
yeah, that's what I'm
That's
talking
it.
about right there.
That's the big daddy.
Nice.
That is not.
That might actually last me through Christmas.
I doubt
okay,
it.
we have one more.
They're New
Two
Year's.
more
It'll last me-
presents.
oh, yeah,
One
okay.
more.
It'll last
If Shane wants to get that for us. And
Uh-oh.
then
Shane's been roped into something.
the last one, I got
Shane
you a
Laney.
tiny little homemade whiskey. I didn't make it.
Who made it?
A friend of ours from the bar. He comes in and gives us these things all the time. But I want you to take a sip of it.
Is it moonshine? It's gonna be moonshine, isn't it?
No,
oh my God,
it's
gonna
I
burn
think
my
it's
face off.
blackberry whiskey, but it's definitely been aged, or I don't know.
Is it strong?
Yes.
So happy birthday.
Have you sampled it?
No, this is your present. I wasn't gonna put my mouth on it first.
You can enjoy this
Yeah, you-
bad mama jam.
I do. I mean, generally, I have a glass of usually a few glasses of that with this because
Okay.
this takes about an hour or so to smoke.
So
So.
take
hour.
a tiny sip of this, and then I need you to blow this out
Ooh,
afterwards,
boy.
and let's see if
It's
it
flames?
makes a flame. Let's come. Yeah. Shaney Waney, thank you so much for bringing this.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Bobby.
Happy birthday
Happy birthday to you.
I thought we weren't supposed to sing.
Thank you, ladies.
Well, it was a quick
All right,
Blow.
sip and blow. Let's see what this does.
sip and blow. I've heard that before. That's what they used to call me in college. Ah.
I bet
I
you
knew
have.
that was coming.
Yeah. That's not.
I've got a fire extinguisher
That's
ready.
not
to go.
Good, good.
Oh, that's.
Little heat going down there.
You know, at first it's all right, all right, all right, and then there's like a delay, and then it's like, ugh.
But delicious nonetheless.
It's-
Are you taking another sip?
Yeah, it's really good.
He's going to slam that whole bottle. Oh, I really thought you were for a second. All right, now if things catch on fire, I've heard stop, drop, and roll.
Yay!
Happy birthday, Bobby.
Happy birthday.
We
Thank
love
you,
you.
ladies.
And
I
that is
appreciate it.
a caramel cupcake from Crazy Cakes. I know how much
Nice.
you like your caramel.
We love crazy cakes too.
The other day I brought the fundraiser candy bars to work because, so my daughter, has fundraisers for everything, cross country, track, whatever. And I decided to just go ahead and purchase the box myself instead of asking all my friends to purchase it because I feel like I'm doing it nonstop. So I bought the box myself, left it on the countertop. I ate all the caramels,
Oh, that's what
all
you
the
should do.
Krispies.
That's your job.
And then I brought the box to the bar and I was like, hey guys, these candy bars are free. I bought them for you. And Bob's like, where are the caramels? I'm like, well,
That shit ain't right.
Well,
I ate them.
That shit
they're
ain't right.
gone.
But I
just
had
leave
to
it
get
at
that.
that.
I had to get that box out of there
That's right.
before I honestly ate the entire fundraiser box.
Those candy bars are something about them.
They are.
Not only are they like
they're crack.
nostalgic, but they're
good.
They're so
really
good. And they do go towards a good cause, so it's hard not to buy them all and eat them all. What do you think? That's a little, yeah. Yeah, it's
It's a
potent.
delay. It
potent.
like takes a couple 3 seconds, and then
It's
it's whoosh.
Okay, you save that for later.
Well, happy
Oh, I will.
birthday to
Happy
you.
birthday.
We
Thank
love
you,
you so
dears.
much.
I love you guys, too. I
The
appreciate
captain
it.
of our shipwreck.
Thank you.
Are we gonna talk a little what's in the news real quick?
Sure.
We're gonna stir it
we
up?
have a new segment.
What is
Uh-oh.
it?
What is
We
it?
have a new segment.
Oh,
It's
yes,
called-
we do.
It's called Viewer Mail.
Viewer mail.
Viewer
yes.
Viewer Mail. We have Viewer Mail.
Viewer
we have
mail. Viewer mail. I didn't bring the papers though. They're on
I
my
got 'em
desk.
right here.
You got them. Okay, great.
So, if we remember last week, on last week's show, we talked about, happy times and embarrassing times, and Brittany's embarrassing time was talking about the Christmas newsletter that her mom put out, and she had shingles, and apparently her mom used the term, what was it?
Herpes zoster virus.
Herpes.
Okay.
Herpes for short.
Herpes for
Herpes for short.
So
Short
mom
herpes.
sent out a letter to all the families saying,
Yep.
hey, Brittany's got herpes.
Country, mon frere.
So Monday night, Ashley, was it Monday night? She and I got a message online from a concerned viewer.
I got it too, but I was in California.
Oh, okay. Rob got it too. From a concerned viewer that wanted to clarify a little bit, and we won't give the person's name, but we'll just call her Kathy B.
We'll call her
Kathy B from Quincy Ill.
And what she said was, if you recall, she stated on the podcast in one of my Christmas letters, I used medical terminology and said that she had herpes simplex 2 when she had shingles while being pregnant.
I didn't
of course
say
knew
that.
I had said no such thing. I did tell her later that I said she had contracted shingles.
Contracted.
I signed a contract to have shingles.
With the exclamation point. So did I remember it a little wrong? Maybe. It was the contracted and the exclamation point for me, but I can confirm that I talked to people in my family, including, my sister, who I love her dearly, but we do not get along. And I'll tell you what, she will not agree with me on anything.
But she's a nurse.
And she agreed with me on this one. Now, it might not have been in the Christmas letter, but
it was referred to
Okay,
as.
so
and Mike has a photogenic. He's like, I remember this clear as day.
okay, so let's
either
hang on.
we jumped into a different timeline, or somebody changed their history.
I don't know who this came from. I'm just going by what I was told.
A lot of Kathy B's out there.
Yes, lots of
This
them.
Kathy B continues with, I probably would not make such a big deal about this. However, when my friends and acquaintances started coming up to me and calling me out about it because they heard / saw it on the podcast, well, it's time for me to start defending myself. So here you go.
Oh my gosh, are we still going?
We have the letter.
The letter
Through
is
the
in the
Freedom of
house.
Information Act,
Thank
Yes.
we
you.
have received
Thank
actual
you.
copies of the Christmas letter.
Take one and pass it on.
Okay.
And if
Regardless-
you'll notice on there, it shows.
Yes. How many people's parents put their medical history in their Christmas letters?
Also, I was listening
HIPAA wasn't a thing back then.
I was listening to a podcast and it said sometimes we have the strongest memory of something that didn't really happen
Yeah.
because of conversations that happened after the fact.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give
Mandela.
you.
Thank you.
I'm going to give you
Also,
some grace
Mandela
here.
Also,
effect.
contracted.
Pass
Everyone
the letter, sister.
everyone that has had chicken pox has contracted! Exclamation point.
I've contracted some things.
Bet you have.
The herpes zoster virus. So if you had if you've ever had chicken pox, then you have the potential, I guess, to have shingles. I hope for everyone that never happens to you. However, why is
This is
this
amazing.
blurred out?
I was going to say, listen,
Why is it
now I
blurred
There's
have
out?
to know
another
the blurred
person's
outs.
name in there that you probably didn't want in there.
Yeah.
I was specifically asked to.
Oh,
that was
thank you.
nice.
I
Brittany had a
appreciate
difficult
that.
pregnancy and was hospitalized twice with dehydration. She also contracted shingles. She was a trooper, though, and was blessed with a fairly easy and quick delivery.
Push, push, boom.
So anyway, that's our new segment.
Viewer mail. We love
mail.
it. Thank you
If we
to
have
Kathy
future
B.
things like this, we'll go ahead and resurrect this in the future. But
Yes.
but that's it for today's viewer mail.
Thank you so
appreciate
much
it.
for bringing that segment to us. We
This is
appreciate it,
beautiful.
and we appreciate Kathy B.
Isn't this amazing?
That's awesome.
I no longer am in the.
Are you
after
going to
this
do
one,
a Christmas letter from here on out?
I think maybe I am going to start a new tradition.
Turnabout's fair play. I mean,
Yeah.
we all got to have a Christmas letter.
My
Are
mom
you
sent out
just
one that said I had
uh-ing at my
leprosy.
Christmas
But, you know.
letter? Yeah. Are you uh-ing at the Christmas letter?
He doesn't want a
You
Christmas
were.
letter out about his.
No, I don't
cigars.
like Christmas letters.
Okay, real
Anyway,
quick, I
okay.
do want to get down to a little bit of news. I
I got
previewed
something I
it
want to talk
on
about, too, so.
the Morning Muddy
Daily
morning show.
Morning show.
The morning
Muddy
show.
River Mornings.
Are you really going to
We
talk
can't
with that?
hear him with his
Muddy
kablooey
River
cigar.
Mornings. It's not a kablooey cigar.
Okay,
it's a real
so
cigar.
my news feed right now is inundated with two subjects: Sydney Sweeney and the Olympic trans ban. Which one do you want to talk about?
Well, can we start with the trans band? Because when you sent it to me, it said trans band. And I was like, oh, immediately I got a very vivid
said-
Do they have a new
picture.
hit?
I was
I
like,
said, well, it is National Pickle Day, so.
I was like, well, I didn't know there was a trans band, but if you're talking about ban, I can get on board with that.
I was voice to texting, but yes, that's.
I always wondered
that's
about
my
Steven
fault.
Tyler.
Hey, you never know.
Oh my God. So we'll talk about the Olympic trans ban, which it's actually still in discussion. I don't think it's actually
Yeah, it
happened
hasn't.
No.
yet.
Yeah.
But what that is entailing is that trans women, that's men that have decided to
Transition to
transition to women will no longer be allowed to partake in Olympic events. I don't think it goes for the same backwards, which I think is kind of interesting. I get the whole argument, men have physical advantages over women, so I see why you don't want that in there. It is kind of weird that you're not doing it backwards, too. Like, people...
Yeah. Well, I mean...
You mean a woman competing as a man?
Yeah, I mean, if we're just going to make the ban...
What sport would they have a snowball's chance in hell in?
All of them.
A
I'm
woman
kidding. I have no idea. I was just wanting to be
Gymnastics,
controversial.
maybe?
Yeah, all right, I'll give you that one. I'll give you
Okay.
that one.
Figure skating, possibly?
I'll give you that one. Okay.
Yeah, their tights get
Man,
really
I am
tight.
just
You're on it.
rolling it.
You
But
go.
so I don't know. What are your thoughts on this? Personally, I think go. Yes, I wanted this from the get-go. I see so many of these stories where we are praising people for not standing on the podium. I don't know if that praise needs necessarily, like if we should praise them, but I think people need to take a stand, and something needs to change.
I don't understand why, with all of the different groups and stuff and special interests, that why can't we do another Olympics for Trans Olympics and have them compete however they want? Why? I mean, if we...
Or have you have men's competition and women's competition, have a third category.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Because I don't think
But it
that
could be
There's not enough.
within the same Olympics, though. You wouldn't have to have a separate Olympics.
Well,
you could
no,
have
you
them in
wouldn't
there.
have to have a special, or like,
There's not enough.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
not
your
enough-
answer.
Not enough Olympians.
You don't think so?
I don't think
Not
so.
enough athletes.
No, I don't think there's enough for its own separate.
Well, perhaps if you created a separate category, you would entice more people
And then
into...
you're enticing people to change.
If that's
their
the reason
sex.
you're going to do it,
No,
that's
no,
not the
no.
reason you should be doing
No,
it.
I'm not saying that, but let's say you are considering transitioning, but you are an Olympic athlete and you're thinking about wanting to compete. Maybe this would be like, okay, well, obviously I don't want to compete against men if I'm transitioning, So if there were a separate category, maybe it would be a little more enticing to have...
I disagree.
Yeah?
I'm going to just say it's like one of those, if you build it, they will come situation. I know that sounds
you think
kind
it
of...
would create more transitioning?
Absolutely. Especially if it's a chance to get on the Olympic stage. Absolutely.
Yeah, but you're at least stacked up against people in your same
But that's just
ability.
so back. Why would you? I mean, I'm not denying that it exists, and I think that if you feel that way, that's great. But still, that's got to be some sort of emotional, some sort of psychological thing you have going on, and you need, and you have that going on without any sort of incentive, I guess. So there would be an incentive. Oh. So which might be the way it is. Oh, I'm a mid-level performer on the male side. I'm going to become a woman so I can get a medal. So
Yeah, but
I'm
then
gonna
they're
become
stacked up against other people
But then
that
yes,
are in the
and
same
again,
ability.
I don't get I mean, again, if you have this going on in your head and your body feels this way, that in itself should be the issue, and I understand that. But if you're on the
And that's what you
fence,
just said, issue. I think we need
But
to
if you're on
treat
the-
that more is that instead of
Catering to it.
if you're on the
Yes.
fence and it's like, oh, that's the tipping point, it's like that's.
I don't think
effed
it
up.
is, but I think to keep it fair, my point is to keep it fair for athletes who have worked their asses off I would never want to go up against a man if I'm swimming the butterfly.
Yeah.
So to keep it fair for them, but still create a platform for people who would like to be involved, well, then you're going to be stacked up against other people.
Why
with
would
your same
America
ability.
create this platform if our president said
Well, it's
there
not
are only
America.
It's
Olympics are a worldwide organization. It's the International Olympic
everywhere.
Committee.
But the 2028 Olympics, I believe it is, in LA,
Yeah.
which is in America, where
That's great.
we
The Illinois-
recognize is in America now.
It's the International Olympic Committee is still the overriding governing body for the Olympics. They have the final say in everything. The U.S. government doesn't have any say over it.
Yeah.
But no.
I mean,
And if they tried to do something, the Olympics would probably say, we'll move the Olympics, because they would definitely do that.
because in other
But
countries,
that's not the case. The Olympics are the ones that are pushing this. The worldwide
right.
Olympics are the ones
But
pushing
there are other
this.
countries that are very progressive when it comes to
More progressive than
transsexual.
America.
I think, so, like when we're talking Taiwan and
France?
I mean, Asians are
France?
very forward-thinking when it comes to transsexual. I mean, they really are. So thinking outside of the box, and I'm not saying we have to embrace everyone's cultural and socioeconomic and, whatever you want to call it, if you think it's a mental, I don't know. But if it's the difference between putting these athletes in with born female or male, then maybe we should just create a separate category. And if it's 3 athletes, then it's 3 athletes. Then they bronze,
silver, gold.
I mean, I don't know.
Congratulations.
I don't have an answer. I just think that if it comes down to it, that's probably the most, in my mind, logical solution rather than saying no or yes.
But it's definitely leaning towards just a ban altogether.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty projected that it's going to happen, I guess. That's why I was wondering. Yeah, I don't know.
And maybe, and to your point, maybe because we are hosting the Olympics and because who we have in charge in power is in power, perhaps that is why the IOC is considering this. That's also a possibility.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's obviously controversial, but I don't think that's our biggest fish to fry. I mean, I just don't. We got hungry kids. We got veterans on the street. I mean, I think that this is such a distraction from the big problems. It's like, golly.
Okay, so switch it over. Next topic, Sydney Sweeney. All these topics, though, are less than the big
100%.
The big thing.
It's just
it's put out there for us to be distracted, but we're distracted and we're talking about it.
Yeah,
so
100%.
Sydney Sweeney, she recently put out an ad that says, what is it?
I got the good genes or something.
Yeah, that's the jeans
Sydney's,
ad?
yeah, Sydney
Yeah,
Sweeney.
it's been out for a while.
Yeah, but she recently did an interview
GQ.
with GQ, and the woman wanted her to apologize for her ad.
So dumb.
She refused to, and this has become the memes
The
of
distraction.
But what are your thoughts on it?
I think, and of course my logical kind of brain, which I'm not like touting that, but she's not in charge of her
What's she supposed to
appearances.
apologize for?
She has a publicist. So it's obvious.
What was wrong with the ad?
Well, and maybe it's something that she agreed to, but it's definitely not something that probably is for her to apologize for. She has publicists. She has all kinds of people, PR people.
A company wants a hot woman to sell their product. For shame. That's never happened before.
Yeah.
I like your question, though. What does she need to apologize for?
She didn't apologize for nothing.
I think she should have turned it around on the GQ interview and said, what do I need to apologize for?
What are you asking me this for? Why do you care?
She said, in the political climate that we are in, you are basically toting the fact that because you are white,
Oh my God. No.
that you have good genes. So now I want to pose the question,
I don't care if she's black.
It's
If
'cause
she
you're
looks
hot.
like Sydney Sweeney,
It's 'cause
she
you're
is
hot
a
to have good
hot,
genes.
ass
Yeah.
spankable piece of human. I do not care what color. I do not care what religion.
She said it.
If you are that hot, you are ass hot spankable, and
you
do
got
have
good
good
genes. Yes.
Now,
But to say that she needs to apologize, I mean, let's be frank. She wanted her to apologize because she was white.
or was she just putting something out there that she knew would get more publicity? Because there is no bad publicity. So you're doing this interview to get.
Well, she's
payment.
promoting her movie because
Yeah.
she's kind of playing the female boxer Christy Martin.
What's
who-
the likelihood that this was set up? I guess is my question. To create this hubbub.
A lot. I'm
There we go.
assuming.
Somebody
but
forgot
also,
to wear their shirts today.
do you think?
Well, they are tank tops, and it is a little nipply. Anyway, sorry.
Oh, time out. Are you talking about our conspiracy
Yes.
shirts? Conspiracy, because we're going against the grain and
Yeah.
not taking the narrative. That makes
Well,
sense.
I think it's just questioning. It's
No,
questioning.
I
You should
totally
question
think this
everything
is
today.
all. I totally think this is all part of the pop to drive this.
Did you see
Any
this?
question about it?
I've been doing this the whole time.
I know.
Realized it.
Every single other race could say that they have pride in their group and it would be fine. But if one group not being allowed to do that, meaning white people, then that is the epitome of racism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you're sitting here saying for her over and over again to not be proud that she is white, I understand where white privilege comes from, but I'm kind of over it.
It's played out.
I'm tired, I guess, of having to apologize on the fact that my country had a racist past to it.
Yeah.
That now I can't be proud of who I am.
Yeah.
That's any other race can be proud of who they are. Yet
yes.
they have all had faults of their own.
And again,
in
everybody in 2025 completely understands that the way we treated Native Americans was wrong, and the way we've treated African Americans. I mean, we basically ran the Native Americans out of their land.
Did I do that?
Let me finish. And we enslaved African Americans. But no, we did not do that. We did not do that. Our parents, our grandparents, our great-grandparents did not do that. But for people to believe that we still have some sort of price to pay for that, and I've always thought that's ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't want to have to carry this whole idea that I need to carry white guilt.
Do you?
No, but
No.
this is the narrative, and you're a conspiracy theorist if you think otherwise,
Well,
or you're a racist.
And I think that it's more of, because when I talk to people, I just don't think, in my neighborhood, in my community, I don't think this is, I don't think it's so. I think it's just, again, when you're having these interviews with people who really aren't on our level, they're not in our lives, they're not human, it's creating this thing that we're all sitting here bitching about, but it's really not affecting us.
I disagree. I think that white guilt thing plays into our community locally time and time again.
Okay.
I see, I don't know. I'm not going to I don't really have examples off the top of my head.
No, you
and
don't
I'm
need
not
to.
trying to put
It's
anybody
keeping
out
a pulse
there.
on things,
but
which I get. I just don't
definitely
feel
think,
it.
I feel it, especially when we talk about controversial issues, anything to do with race. People are like, you better tiptoe around that because you're white.
Oh. Do
And
we, though?
I mean,
You should have someone of Native American and African American heritage in here to talk about this too.
Sure. We'd love
yeah.
to.
I mean, I agree.
But
I mean, we
again,
are three white folks sitting around a table.
but we have, we've had people on to
Yeah.
have this discussion
Yeah.
before, but we gladly could
I think
do it
it's
again.
a great conversation. I do think that I will call it distractions like this tend to send us down these rabbit holes that really we can't legitimately affect or fix. It's just kind of a distraction to take us away from things that really are important. I don't give a shit about American Eagle's ad campaigns or Sydney Sweeney's ass hot spankable self.
I care about it.
Obviously.
I bought the jeans.
I mean, I buy the jeans, but do I buy it because of her ad? No. I buy them because they're long and they fit me.
You know what it's distracting us from? The Epstein files. That's what it's distracting us from.
Seriously, where the fuck did those things go?
They're back.
They are.
They're out. Have you not been paying attention? They're starting to come out. Oh, White House scrambling. Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah, it's going to be good. We're going to talk about that next week.
That's going to be awesome because I know.
They should all be out next week. I know you'll like that.
White, black, purple, yellow. There are people from every creed, every race on that list.
Yeah.
And talk about something
Yeah.
that's either going to bring us together
I
or
hear
take
you.
us apart.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I'm on that.
Get
I'm on that
out.
list.
Yes. You know that's on there.
Oh yeah, it is. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But we have a guest now
what our
who's not on any list.
Yes, this is what
That we know of.
Our
he's on
community
a
is
pretty.
really talking about, which is coming up. It's Blackout Wednesday. It's huge for the Quincy community. It's huge nationwide, I think. But our next guest is going to be performing at a concert. It's going to be huge.
Yeah.
It's going to be
Huge. Epstein list, not huge. This
And
is
we
huge.
have kind of a sneak peek of what to expect for this performance. It's very, very cool. It's unlike a lot of things you've ever heard, especially in Quincy. Can't wait to sit down and talk to him about the music scene and his history, and it's just going to be a really cool conversation, so I'm excited. You're going to go smoke that and enjoy your birthday? Peace out. That's going to be awesome.
On an upcoming edition of Muddy River Gems brought to you by Dot Foods, see how they acquire and build historic planes in Springfield.
So this is a P-51 Mustang. This is widely regarded as the airplane that pretty much helped to win World War II. So this is one of one.
This is the only one?
Only one. It's a Krautzer Air Coach. This holds 6 people, 3 engines. You start them by hand. They made, I think, 25. Some of the parts are made of unobtainium, and we have to make them.
That's coming up on the next Muddy River Gem brought to you by Dot Foods.
Josh Lawless, welcome to Club Muddy.
Thank you guys for having me.
Absolutely. So you were in the green room when we were recording our intro. Any thoughts on the topics that were
the hot tops.
the hot tops, or distractions as I call them? But yeah.
Those are hot topics.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got some thoughts. So as far as the Olympics things go, you know, I'm a little biased because I've got 2 girls. One of them is a pretty awesome little gymnast, can already do some flips. She's only 7.
Awesome.
And yeah, you know, it would really break my heart to see someone like her, you know, get robbed of something like that. So that's kind of my opinion on it. I don't really like the inclusion of that necessarily, just
Sure.
because I see firsthand, you know, a girl like Eleanor that works really hard at that type of stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty personal to me. So that's kind of my stance.
Pretty
on
cut and
that.
dry.
Yeah.
I
I
did
get
say,
that.
you know, I threw out gymnastics probably, you know, where women would have the advantage, but in all reality, gymnastics has a lot of upper
Very
body
broad.
strength.
Yeah.
So
Broad.
in reality, I think I want to go ahead and take that one back because I think a man would have an advantage, just what you're saying with flips and stuff like that. Impressive to her, by the way, 7 years old and
7.
already doing
Yeah.
flips.
Cool.
She's a beast. I don't know. I've seen just such a progression with her over the last like 6 months, and she's on the pre-team. She trains with Zeke Cernia, and it's
Quincy
it's
Gymnastics?
awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so cool to see. And she's just like me, and my wife will tell you, like, me and Eleanor butt heads all the time, but we're exactly the same.
That's why.
And that, yes, and she looks exactly like me, and
Yeah.
she hates that. But we butt heads all the time, but we're both the same, and we're both just so driven to do something,
Yeah.
and like can't sleep until we figure it out, and it's a blessing and a curse.
That's very special. Now, you do have 2 kids.
Yep.
Little
Two-
baby
2
Eleanor and who
girls.
else?
Yes, so Eleanor's 7 and Valerie just turned 3.
Great name.
Girl dad.
Yeah, girl dad, rocking it. Yeah, Valerie is kind of my little buddy too. She just turned 3. She's really big into football. She knows like all the calls, the ref calls. She can
For real?
She can do them all. Yeah.
She knows more than we do.
No
but-
kidding. I was
Yeah.
just
No
about
way,
to
as
say,
a 3-year-old.
Wait, time out. What?
Yeah, she can do all the calls. So my dad used to be a high school and college ref back in the day too, and he lives in Florida now, and you know I send him snaps and videos of that, and he just thought that was the coolest thing ever. And
Oh, I bet.
she goes to Blessing Daycare, and I guess the teachers will like shout out calls, and she'll do them, and they think it's just the coolest thing ever.
Dude, Blessing Daycare is the shit.
Oh, it's the best.
It's the best. Yeah.
Those teachers are the best. Shout out to Jossie. You're the best.
So
And,
is she lining up your fantasy football team or what?
Yeah, something like that. Well, she'll just sit down and watch the game. You know, like for a 3-year-old to just sit there and watch the game, and like I'll say, okay, Val, here comes the ref, and he'll make the call, and she'll be like, oh, I
call
know
it.
I know that, you know, and just
Well, do you think half the reason though is because it's daddy-daughter time?
yeah, I think
I
so.
That's really impressive
So-
that you sit her down.
Yeah, that's kind of the cool thing is that Eleanor looks exactly like me, and she has some of my traits, but she's very similar to Kelsey, my wife.
Yeah.
Val looks a lot like Kelsey, but is just like me. She's all football and rock and roll and this and that. Like she loves Turnstile. I don't know if you ever heard of the band Turnstile before. They're a newer like kind of punk rock style,
cool.
like
Do you
really
like them?
fast rock. Oh yeah. So we listen to them a lot at home. That's kind of her favorite thing.
That's very, very cool. So we were talking before, and your wife has been traveling, and you're kind of being, bachelor / stay-at-home dad, but you have these girls who no doubt look up to you and love you, and you guys do these things that you capitalize on your commonalities, and the music, which is obviously why we're here. You are an incredible musician. You have incredible
you.
talent. Can we talk about? I just want to take it back to the beginning. Obviously, I want to shout out your wife, your kids. I think it's really, really cool that you guys are just so tight. And,
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, very, very cool. But so music has been in your blood for a long, long time.
Yeah.
How long, Josh?
Yeah.
It's been as long as I can remember. So what's funny is I have uncles on both sides that are musicians. My mom and dad can't carry a tune
That's me.
at all. They
Damn
can't
it.
play any instruments. Like my dad was the athlete of the family. Like I love you to death. He'll be the first one to tell you. He looks just like Billy Joel, but he can't play like Billy Joel. And it's just
Sometimes that talent skips us, okay?
Yeah.
All right? It just does.
Right, exactly.
I can speak from experience.
So yeah, I've been around the music stuff for a long time, but with my uncles on both sides. My uncle Sean is a drummer. He and Mike go way back. So he's been in a lot of big projects over the years, somebody I've looked up to for a long time. My family, we've had really good memories of going and following him to his shows in Chicago and St. Louis back in the day. And I remember getting that CD. He was in a band called The Dog and Everything, and they kind of went around, toured around. The Plain White T's, I think, used to open for them in Chicago.
What?
The Plain White T's opened for them?
Yeah. And
Now I do know
Hey there,
that.
Delilah.
Yeah, yeah.
Whoa.
And I don't know if Sean wants everybody to know this, but I think he's got kind of a project in the works right now with one of the guys from the Plain White T's. But yeah, so like him, and then you've got Alan on the other side, who's been an awesome guitar player. Matt was in Fielder and La Cosa Nostra, and Alan was too. And my Uncle Tim has played in the Cheeseburgers and a few other bands. So I've been like around the music scene a lot from them and just seen them play. And growing up from that, and just from like my mom and dad on road trips, I remember my mom brought a CD home and it was Back in Black. AC/DC. She used to have a white Camaro, and we'd just cruise around listening to that all the time, and driving down the Gulf Shores with my dad, listening to Lynyrd Skynyrd and stuff like that. Like that's really what made me fall in love with music.
Core
for sure.
memories,
Where
man.
do you think you started yourself? Where was it, like what age did you first pick up your first instrument? And what was it?
Yeah, so it was an electric guitar. My mom bought me, I think it was an Austin guitar. It was kind of a cheaper model, and I picked it up and was kind of toying around with it. I remember I learned like 3 songs on it and just played the hell out of those 3 songs all the time.
How old were you?
It's like 14, 15,
Now, is this
something like
by
that.
ear, or is this like with the songbooks and notes? And did you
Yeah.
know? Was it like technical, or was it more just a hobby?
It was mostly just a hobby, and like it was like, so they have these things called tabs. So I couldn't like read music, but I could read the tabs. It would say like 0, 1, 2, 3, so I'd know what frets to play. And yeah, my mom got me that guitar, and I just learned off of tabs these like 3 or 4 songs. And I remember I have another core memory of playing just the hell out of these 3 songs. And then finally my mom slams the door open and is like, "Will you learn another song already?
Yes.
My God." And I just shout out to my mom. That was a really
Ouch,
fun memory.
Mom.
Yeah,
Shout out, Mom.
yeah, Mom. Yeah, you motivated me. I finally learned some other songs, but
That's
yeah.
so
So that
cool.
was the first time I had an instrument, and I kind of took some lessons here and there, but wasn't really too serious about it back then. And I really didn't get serious about playing until I joined the Gentlemen.
Yeah.
How long does it take you to learn a song now?
Now, it kind of depends on the song. I mean, there's some Magdalene songs that I've learned in 60 seconds.
Really?
Like,
Really?
Yeah, it's just like a lot of things that, if it's 4 chords, I'll just be ready to go on the spot, and
That is so cool.
So 4 chords, we're talking about a bass instrument, right? Mm-hmm. What exactly is the instrument? I'm not music
we're not
savvy,
very versed.
even though, I should be, because my husband is probably sitting here going, cringe, Brittany, cringe. But let's explain to our audience, let's explain to Ashley and to
us.
me, what is the difference between, bass and a guitar?
Sure, yeah. So the bass guitar that I play with the Gentlemen and with Magdalene, it's got 4 strings on it. There are 5-string basses, but I play a 4-string bass. I just think that's all you need, so that's all I do. Shout out to the 5-string players. I just can't do it. It messes with me because 4 strings is what I knew and what I grew up with. So like you're playing a chord on a bass, and a lot of times you're just gonna hold one note, 1 string on the bass, whereas on a chord on a guitar you're gonna be holding maybe all 6 strings, maybe 3 strings. And I'm a little versed in both. I have electric guitars at home and basses, and I kind of cycle through both of them. Yeah, I'd say that's kind of the main differences between them. But yeah, as far as like Magdalene and the Gentlemen goes, I'm riding 1 string usually at a time and cycling through those. And if I'm playing at home, I'm just going through an electric guitar and cycling through all the strings or just 3 for triads, stuff like that.
Okay, so I gotta bust in here because I got a Jasmine guitar when I was young because I really thought that I could build on some talent and that I didn't have. I don't know why I thought I could build on it, but the first song I learned was the Violent Femmes, 0454044454. And if you don't know that song, it's, it's pretty simple, but it goes back to like, I was trying to learn, but I was learning by ear, but trying to learn these notes. I don't have that gift. I think that even if you can read music, you just don't have it. You either have to have it or you don't. I mean, not only dedication, but like working towards wanting to be musical, wanting to have, having the passion for it. Now, my daughter just got a recorder.
Oh, God.
Oh, kill me now. However, what do I hear coming from her room?
Cross buns.
No, what do I hear coming from her room the other night, guys?
Cross buns.
It's the Eye of the Tiger on her recorder.
Really?
I am like, okay, maybe the musical gene
Which
missed
daughter?
me, Nora.
Wow.
But she has this thing nailed. And I'm like, obviously, I probably should encourage that.
Yes.
However, I'm like this. Learn a new song.
Yeah.
But, I think it's really, really cool. So your musical instrument is the guitar, whether it's bass, electric bass. We kind of know the difference. But now when you're playing with, so when did you start playing with the Gentlemen?
I think it was 2017 that I started with them. It was pretty quickly after Zach had passed away. We did a Zach show, or they did a Zach show at the time at the dock, and it was the first Zach show, obviously. And they had multiple people come up and play.
Were you one of them during
Yeah.
that? I think I remembered that one.
Yes, and back then I had no idea like what I was.
It was just like a step in.
Yeah,
And let's.
Like a guest appearance type thing?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
we'd all fill in on bass, and Alex Sanders played
Yeah.
too. Shout out to Alex. And
He is one of no.
Please,
he is
please
one of
do.
the best bass players around. I think people don't realize.
Oh.
Big A can play the
awesome.
bass.
oh
Yeah.
yeah.
But you do a different type of bass. Like there's a variance there. Like where he can hit the notes and he's always consistent. You slap, and I'm not trying to compare. I mean, it is you slap.
That's no
you,
cap.
You slap, no cap.
6'7",
no, but
I keep seeing
yeah,
that.
whatever. My big thing though is you blew us away with Magdalene. I don't want to get to that right now. Let's like what you said. When you started with the Gentlemen, it was because of Zach's passing. Then how did that come into fruition afterwards?
Yeah, so again, shout out to Big A. He's one of my favorite players around the area, and he also kind of helped me get going. I used to ask him questions all the time, and he kind of helped me to actually I play an orange rig that you guys may have seen in the video, and that was actually from Big A's suggestion. So
Wow.
Shout out to him.
Shout out Big A.
Anyways, so yeah, we had the first Zach show at the dock, and Aaron and Justin, I've been close to those guys since we were kids. Me and Aaron have been best friends since 7th or 8th grade. We just go way back.
There's the connection.
Yes,
I didn't realize
yes.
that one.
Oh
Cool.
yeah. So, yeah,
We love Aaron.
the Hawbrick family, Tim, Christy, all them, they've done more for me than I could ever repay. So, the first Zach show, I was just like, this is my chance to really jump into the scene. And back then, I really didn't know what I was doing. I knew how to learn a song, but I didn't really know how to play an instrument, if that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
If things went off the tracks and Jared wanted to improvise, I'd be a deer in headlights back then
Yeah,
and be like,
drum roll.
ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy. And but back then, they're scrambling to fill 30, 35 songs for a full Zach show that they know. And I had 2 or 3 that they had given me, and some to Big A and some to a few others. And I was like, hey, if you want to give me some more songs, feel free. And we did the show, and it was great. It was a bittersweet show,
Sure.
as they are. They're very emotional shows for us.
But very important, very impactful.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think I did the songs to the best of my ability. I think they sounded good, and I remember where I was exactly when they asked me to play for the Zach show, because it was just so important to me. And I remember where I was when I got a text from Jared saying, you know, hey, we want you to join the Gentlemen. And I was just like, oh my God.
Where were you?
This is it. Well, I was at Gardner, Denver when I got the text from Jared about joining, and I was in my Uncle Alan's recording studio when I got the call from Aaron about playing the Zach show. So I remember both those moments like it was yesterday, and I remember just telling my wife, like, you know, this is it, this is my chance, and just going from being a bedroom player of like nobody heard me play ever, and I wasn't like recording anything back then. I just played at home to like getting thrown into a full-fledged cover band around town that's like...
That's big.
Yeah.
They're also a
Yeah.
big band. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like everyone showed up and showed out for the Gentlemen all the time. It was one of the biggest known bands around the community. I couldn't
amazing.
imagine, like, my heart palpitations
Oh,
for you
yeah.
right
That's
now.
what I was going to ask. So what was the experience, and maybe the first show, but I also want to hear your experience now that you're a little more, I don't want to say used to it, because I don't know if you ever get used to it, but maybe you can tell me a little bit more about how it feels to be on stage. And have you ever had panties thrown at you? I mean, listen, I got to ask the question.
So I don't remember, like, I can't remember off my head all the shows that we've played. If you would have told me, like, yeah, you played here, like, yeah, I'd remember that. But I remember the first show. It was at Southside Boat Club. It was for a benefit, and there was a lot of people there. And I went home and I learned the 30 songs that we were to play, and they were screaming for an encore, like, you know, play more. And I was like, I don't know anymore.
I just did 30.
I don't know anymore.
454044540.
Yeah.
4540.
Is that hot?
That's
hot
the tag.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just remember like saying like, I don't know any more songs, and that was my core memory from that, and I was so nervous the whole time. And you ask, like, my uncle Scott Davis, he gives me a lot of crap because, well, he doesn't give me crap, but he's
Because
like,
he just doesn't get nervous?
yeah, he does not
He's
get
just used to
nervous.
it, yeah.
Yeah, he, I used to, like, when we first started, I was a deer in headlights up there. Like, I did not move at all. I focused on
You're not
just
swaying,
playing.
you're
Yeah,
not, like,
I did
tapping
not
your
move.
foot.
It's like I
Yeah.
was a statue up there.
Can I say I kind of noticed the progression?
Yeah, no.
Like, what he's saying is absolutely, like, I've watched
Mm-hmm.
him go from very...
I think that's
to now,
a natural progression.
Man, but
Oh,
now
yeah.
you slap.
But I, yeah.
Slaps.
But I felt that too, because like back then it was like if things went haywire for some reason, or Jared's like play the verse again, or we're adding this section on the fly, which those guys, you know,
You're like,
those guys were pros of doing that. They've played together and they had that chemistry, which I didn't have yet. I would just like panic on
Not
stage.
to mention big shoes to fill. Like what you
Oh,
were
yeah.
saying, a little bit of a somber account, but huge shoes to fill. And I couldn't imagine the pressures behind, it's not only, you know, performing for your first time, but then having to fill expectations that we're never going to fill those because you're
Yeah,
two
yeah.
totally separate people. You play separately. I think what you did bring to the Gentlemen was something that Zach is looking down on and watching and saying, yes,
Yeah, well,
you slap.
You're
I-
the guy slapping.
I appreciate that. I don't know if unfillable is a word or not, but that's
Did I
the case.
say that? I probably did.
No, that's what I'm saying because like
was like, I
Zach
said
was
that
just
probably.
he was just a pure musician from the start. He was a pure pocket playing bass player, and I got to see it firsthand because I went to all the Gentlemen shows and I watched.
You're a fan.
And
He
yeah,
was a
Yeah.
baby
I
baby
started
when
as a
he
fan.
started.
Yeah, when he started, he was so young and
So
just was
little.
like he played as if he had played the bass for 40 years. already.
Yes.
You know, like
And how old
just,
was he, do you think, when they started? Probably like
14,
God, yeah, like
something
13
like
or
that,
14.
13 or 14, yeah, they were playing in the Blind Pig, and he was just a baby back then. Like, and you know, like people used to give me crap back then because I was super short. I was known as
Short as in stature?
yeah, I was
Oh,
like
okay.
5'2". When I got my license, I was like 5'2".
All right.
And
Short kings are
people
ruling
would
these
ask
days,
like, "Oh,
man.
are you Zach's friend or are you Aaron's friend?" Because Zach was 4 years younger than us, and I was like, "Well, I like to think that I'm
Both.
both."
Yes, you
know?
are.
Somewhere in the middle.
So yeah, but no, Zach was just a pure pocket playing bass player, and he just like had the rhythm and everything. And we definitely have different styles, I would say, for sure. And it took me a little while, and I was like, you know, I can't try to be Zach. I just have to be me.
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah. Which I think is really incredible, and I think that's probably the genuine the genuine nature of you and your love for music, but also your love for the band. It's like the community of the band shines through. It's obvious. I think that you no doubt have talent. That's a given, which lends to the Magdalene, which I think it's so.
So you started a new band.
Yeah, started a new
This
band.
is so neat.
Yeah, it's a fun story too.
A second band. Though.
Let's-
So like you're still performing with the Gentlemen, but
Yep.
we've stepped off and did something
I
a
wanna
little
hear
bit
about
different.
This.
Yeah.
Like, where did it come from? Because it's so unique for especially Quincy.
Yeah,
It's very,
so
very cool.
Man, it is a funny story, and I actually owe a lot of it to my wife because
Shout out Kelsey.
I had told her, like, you know, had this idea for a while, and she was kind of the one that pushed me to do it. And I owe a lot to Justin Haubrick because I remember talking to him after practice, like, you know, hey, what do you think about this? And he's just like, he's just been like my number one supporter. Too,
I don't want to
of
say
just-
cheerleader, but
Yes.
man,
Yeah.
Justin has been cheerleading you about
Yeah.
this thing since day one.
He
and
has
he's
been.
is pumped. I think he's been more pumped about it than anybody.
So no, like, I don't want to say hate, but no, like, oh, great, you're gonna be in a new band and you can't come practice
Yeah.
with Dua. Like,
Yeah, how's that work?
How's that go?
No, not at all. And like Justin and Aaron playing the Silver Bullets, Jared has his acoustic thing, and I was like, you know, I kind of need my own thing too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, I love the Silver Bullets. I've played with the
They're the
Silver
best.
Bullets
Yeah.
before too.
Yeah.
They're great. Their Kelly song is awesome.
It's pretty cool.
And yeah, shout out to Rick. And yeah, I filled in with those guys before, but yeah, so like this new band, I don't know. I've just had this idea for a while, and I kind of owe it to COVID times. Is kind of when the idea first stemmed with me because I got really big into like YouTube of like pedal boards and building things like that, and I got really big into making old fashions during COVID as well.
yeah.
Yeah, didn't
Those
we
are-
all?
those
Didn't we
are-
all?
Those are my two things.
Hell yeah.
I mean,
So-
I make some things.
Yeah.
But mine have
Those
been
were the
big.
greatest parts of COVID, being able to focus on your love,
Mm-hmm.
your passion, and having drinks.
Yeah.
Exactly, yes. So I used to watch a show called That Pedal Show on YouTube all the time where it kind of like guided me into wiring this whole thing because it's kind of an unordinary thing to play through 3 amps at once with like 3 different sounds, you know, for a big sound. And I was kind of like, you know, I want to be all of the guitar and see what that's like. And building Magdalene was such a fun story because I was like, man, I really want like a heavy hitting drummer. And a mutual friend of mine was like, well, you should try this guy, Danny Maybe. And I knew who Danny was just from
Danny's
like
the
seeing
shit.
him play back in the day. And I messaged Danny and he's just like, and shout out to Danny, he's the mayor of Kinderhook.
He's the shit. He is the mayor of
He's
Kinderhook.
the mayor of
Yes. yeah.
And
Like, are you being for real?
yeah, for real.
Yeah. And so
100%.
Danny, we have all
Wait,
kinds
I did
of
know that.
weird
I did
connections.
know that.
Yeah.
So Danny's wife is an amazing author.
Yeah.
Danny is an amazing musician. They
Okay.
have this weird
Clicking.
talent groupie thing that lives in Kinderhook,
Yeah.
which you wouldn't
Yeah.
think.
Kinderhook
It's-
is like a fever dream.
It really is.
Basically. So Danny's like, come out to Kinderhook and let's jam, you know. And I went out there and I had like half of my rig at that time that I have now. And went out there and we had a list of songs we were going to play. And it was just me and him at the time. And he's like, okay, I'm going to give you a 3 count. Let's go. And I jumped right in and we played and we got done playing. And I remember leaving and I met Danny's wife, Mo, who's an
yeah,
author.
Mo, she's great.
And they're these 2 guys. There's Tilly and Yukon that live in Kinderhook. They're like models, but they used to model in like old Western portraits.
Great names, by the way.
Yeah, no
Yes.
kidding.
Yeah.
So I left Kinderhook and was just like, what just happened?
What the? Am
Where
I
did
tripping
I
on
just-
acid?
where did
That's
I
what I was
just
just
come
about to
from?
say. I was like, this sounds like the best road
This
trip
sounds
to
like
Randy.
the best
Yeah.
trip on
Oh,
acid.
Kinderhook's the best.
Yeah.
It's the best. Anytime we practice there, like these people will all show up to our practice and like say hi.
Free
and
show.
That's
everything.
so
It's
cool.
like a sitcom set basically. Like so and so will show up. Oh, there's Yukon, you know.
And here
But-
comes Tilly.
Yes.
Oh, and there's June, the dog.
Yeah.
Which,
Yep.
R.I.P.
June and Larry. Yeah.
Yeah.
R.I.P. June.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I had my first meetup with Danny. It was just like, well, this guy's a beast. Like he's a different animal of a drummer. Like if you went to the Zach show this past summer, Danny broke like 4 sticks, and we played like an hour set. Like, I've never played with somebody like this. And so, you know, we did a couple jams there for a while. And it's just like, man, you know, we got to find a powerhouse singer. And I remember talking to my wife, and we were kind of weighing some people of like who would be a good idea. And she actually mentioned Allison Hudson, now McElroy. And she sang at our wedding, actually, and she's a very good singer. And I know she does like acoustic stuff with Rodney Hart, and she's done like theater stuff before, I think. So I kind of knew about her. I knew she had a good voice. I'd actually heard her sing in St. Peter's Church, and was just like, yeah, she's pretty good, and maybe we could bring her out for a tryout. So we had dinner once with her and her husband, and I kind of told her this idea. And again, it's really hard because her husband, Ryan, like, he does like sound and lighting for national acts too. And he's involved, I think, with like Yellow Wolf. I don't know if you ever heard of Yellow Wolf, but he's traveling with him right now.
I'm sure we should have heard of it.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, we're not.
So like explaining to these people like it's bass guitar and it's drums is like, it's hard to do. And I could kind of see the look of like hesitation on his face, like, I don't know, that sounds kind of strange. And both of them went out to Kinderhook, and we played a few songs, and then that's kind of when the band was born.
The foundation
So
of
it's
the
the 3,
band.
real quick.
Yeah.
Just so I'm-
Yep.
No.
Just the 3.
Yeah.
Just us 3.
Bass, drums, super power vocal voice.
Yes.
So unique and so
Yes.
cool.
Yeah.
So the big thing is everyone's like, you don't have a guitar?
Yeah.
Wait, you don't have a guitar?
Yeah.
That's huge not to have a guitar in a band.
I mean, obviously, you would think you have all these pieces, but it's kind of what makes it so special.
Yeah. So how does that work though? So you don't have a guitar in the band. How do
Yeah.
you make that work?
Yeah, so it's I'm glad you brought it up because it is something we need to clear up. We don't have a guitarist, but I have 2 guitar amps and a bass running at the same time. And I've got a pedal that I can turn all the amps on and off at the same time. So like a
So
lot
it's
of
kind of like
our,
a loop, maybe, or no?
no, everything's
All the
everything's
sounds coming
live.
in.
It's all coming in.
Everything's live. There's no tracks. There's no loops or
Okay.
anything like that. So
All right.
a lot of times I'll like to build like I'll start with a bass and a verse and let her kind of sing over it, and then I'll add 1 guitar in on the second half of a verse, and then when the chorus hits, I'll add the 3rd amp in.
So
to
they're
kinda
playing
build
from
the
different
sound.
amps to
Yes.
build sounds. So
To
you're
make it
literally
more
doing 1 strum in 1
engrossing.
amp, 1 strum in a second, and 1 in a third.
Yeah, so basically, like, I'm starting out, it's coming through 1 amp. I'll click another one on, it'll come through 2 amps at once. I'll click another one on, it'll come through all of them at once for a big wall.
And this is
sound.
all going while you're playing an instrument.
Yeah.
So you got to keep
It's a lot of
track.
tap
though.
dance.
How the hell did I miss any of? I mean, I'm seriously.
It is.
I don't know.
But you've got to keep track of those. So while you're playing, you have to keep track of the 3 amps the entire time. So you got to think to yourself, I'm playing amp 1 with this note. I'm playing amp 2 with. Is that like your?
just kind of comes in with like the
Yeah, that's
So you're
that's
thinking about playing 3 different instruments at once, essentially, right?
Kind of, yeah. And I'm thinking about, so I have my pedal board designed to like certain pedals and effects are going to certain amps. So like when I kick them on, you're going to get a different sound from this amp. Like I don't know if you saw, like I have one pedal that's called a plasma pedal, and it's got like a high voltage distortion. It's got an actual like tube of electricity in it. So like normally you wouldn't get a huge sound from that alone, but when I pair that with another amp and a bass amp, it's so many different frequencies that it like collides to like a wall.
Okay, I'm in like this. Ooh, okay,
Dude,
so
we thought we could multitask.
Shit. Okay, so
This is nothing
I think
compared to
listening
that.
to all of this, obviously there's a technical side of music that I don't think anyone really understands. So thank you for explaining it. However, I don't understand it.
Can I explain real quick though?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Mike stopped everything on your first show that Magdalene performed. We talked about this. It was like, the first 2 songs. It was a little
green.
because the
Little
sound.
green.
Well, it wasn't necessarily anything on their part. It was the sound guy had to get things properly and this and this.
Those
and
are
then
the first performance.
Yeah,
very
so
very
we-
first performance.
Yeah, and we didn't do a sound check.
And
so that was probably
okay, but then
okay.
and then Allison was a little nervous, and then like third song, it
Found
was
the
like
groove.
you were at a concert that you would never have seen inside of Quincy. And then Mike just said over and over, there's no guitar. Oh my God, he's doing all, there's no,
he is the guitar king.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
So
like,
he
coming
sees
from
that.
coming from an experience, he's sitting there
Yeah.
trying to explain to me he goes, I don't think you understand what is going on here.
The gravity of this.
Yes.
Very, very cool. Now,
Yeah.
I don't want to, you can eat humble pie if you want, but was this your idea?
So
this was
I've-
your thing and stemmed from COVID and videos and stuff? Or?
Yeah, so I've had a few different influences on this whole thing, and I will say, like, we did not do a sound check that night, and we kind of build the set up to, like,
We
kind
don't
of
ever do sound checks.
to
so-
kind of let Allison grow into the set, because I
Yeah.
don't want her to, like, come in and, like, have to scream right away without, like,
Yeah.
really warming up. That's kind of the way we build the set, so that's kind of why we had to kind of
Everything-
give her a chance.
everything worked out,
I wanted
Josh.
to give her
Everything
a chance
worked
to
out.
feel
Organic
comfortable.
growth, for sure.
Because she's playing with two of the loudest people around. But yeah, so like, if you know me, one of my favorite bands is a band called Royal Blood. They're a newer band. They're a bass and drum only. So that's where I've gained a lot of my influence from. We do
Okay.
play a couple Royal Blood songs in our set. That's kind of where, so I don't do kind of the same way that they do their sound, if that makes sense.
Sure.
I've kind of adapted
Putting your spin on it.
and put my own spin
Yeah,
on it, and
yeah.
we've added songs to kind of fill a range of like anything from 1969 to 2025.
Best.
So
I love a range.
Yeah.
I love a range.
Yeah.
So,
Just to get the audience into what we're talking about here, I want to share this video with you guys about what a rig is. So Josh said, check out my rig, and I'm thinking, is he talking about
18-wheeler?
a truck? Is he talking about a vape?
We got
or
truck
is he
nuts all the time
talking
here.
about what? But this is what a rig is. Check it out.
All right, how's it going, guys? This is Josh Lawless here. Appreciate you guys having me on. Just going to do a quick run through of my rig. Looking forward to my interview with Brittany and Ashley on our upcoming show coming up for Magdalene on Blackout Wednesday. Yeah, I think we've got a pretty interesting thing kind of cooked up here, so just kind of wanted to show you what we're dealing with here so we could get a good understanding. I've had a lot of fun questions about how we're getting our sound, so just wanted to run through that real quick. So you can see here, I've got my big bass rig here. I use this for the gentleman as well. It's an Orange Terror 500 into an Orange 410. We've got two twin amps here, guitar amps. This is a Bad Cat Jet Black. This is a Fender Hot Rod Deluxe. We've just got a volume kind of attenuator here to kind of tame this guy a little bit. And Danny, if you want to step down here, we'll kind of run through the pedal board here real quick. Help you out. So this is kind of the brains of the operation here. Here, if you want to hold that here real. There we go. Sorry if my shadowing gets in the way, but yeah. So I'll kind of show you guys how this is working. So like with our band, it's just bass guitar, drums, and vocals, and it's kind of hard to describe that to people, but it is bass guitar, but it's not just bass guitar. It's running through these three amps at the same time. That's controlled by this Morley ABC Pro here. So the A is for the bass amp. B is for guitar amp 1, which is currently through the Hot Rod Deluxe. C is through the Bad Cat. And I can cycle these all on together for a huge sound. You can see here, this is where my bass guitar kind of comes through. It comes in through these two harmonists first before this. I use the harmonist mostly for dive bomb effects. So you got one for up, one for down. And I use those before this because it affects all the signals. And then from here is where everything kind of splits apart. So C, which is, that's the Bad Cat. The C signal goes through first to this pog pedal, which brings it an octave up. That's what gives me that guitar sound. And then on this side, I run the MXR Super Badass, and then the Fuzz Bender, which comes into this stereo effects pedal here by line 6. So this is the Bad Cat. And on this side, I run this Pog pedal, which is a little bit smaller than this one. This one's a Pog 2, so I dial it a little bit higher up than this one to get a more full sound. I run this side through this MXR Super Badass, this Phase 90, and the Plasma pedal. The Plasma pedal is one of our favorite pedals to use. This is just my guitar pick holder because I lose them all the time. So the Plasma pedal is pretty cool, Danny. If you want to zoom in down on that one, you can kind of show them. Yeah, bring it up like kind of here in front. That's kind of, they call it a high voltage distortion unit. It's pretty cool. I use it for a lot of our songs. And then everything from these runs into this HX1, which I use for a lot of different effects, like modulation effects. This one I've got a flanger on right now. That pretty much covers the guitar side. And then aside from that, they run into this Blue Sky from Strymon. This is a special edition. I actually got as a gift from Strymon, so shout out to them. They're awesome. Then as far as the bass side goes, all I have on the bass side is my Dark Glass, I think it's like a B7K Ultra is this pedal. This is my entire bass tone in this pedal. It's really great. Down here, if you want to show this one, I cycle off and on for a lot of times I'll spend more time turning amps on and off than I do actually hitting effects pedals. I think that's kind of what makes our project unique. So a lot of times I'll use this just because it's more comfortable rather than like pushing buttons over and over again, because I can dial this a lot easier with my foot. So like we'll play a song, and a lot of times I like to cut the bass in and out and just give it more of a unique effect that way. So yeah, that's pretty much the whole rig. Appreciate you guys for including me, and looking forward to chatting soon. And yeah, hopefully everybody will come out to our Blackout Wednesday gig at the dock with the River Rats. We in Magdalene are really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a great time, and yeah, we'll see you soon.
Okay, so obviously you have the technical, the talent, the passion, the determination. I feel like it's in your blood. Like I said before, you can want to play an instrument, but you just have to have more than that.
Well, you say yeah, but I think the biggest thing is like what you're saying, the dedication and the time. Anybody, maybe you aren't musically inclined. I think, though, with dedication and time, you could be, and that's one thing that people overlook. Sometimes people think, oh, you're just naturally talented. The amount of time that I know you practice, because, I mean, literally, there is not a silent. There is not silence in my house.
And the recorder, I have a tiger.
But practice makes perfect.
Yeah. But you also have embraced the evolution of doing something different, which I think is so incredible. I think it's necessary to grow and do something that, maybe not everyone's seen, especially in Quincy. Mm-hmm. I applaud you for that. I know that it takes a lot of hard work, but you do have a show coming up that people can witness all of this hard work coming together in one beautiful beautiful picture. Where is this?
Yes, so it is Blackout Wednesday. It's our first headlining show ever at the Dock. We appreciate the Dock for taking
The
a
Dock that
chance
rocks
on us.
the river.
Shout out to Denise for taking a chance on us for doing a headlining show, and we have the River Rats opening up for us. I don't know if you guys know the River Rats.
I do.
They're very good.
They are good.
Noah Smith and the gang, they're going to be opening up for us. They're going to play 7 to 9, and we're going to play 9 to 11. And yeah, I go pretty far back with Noah too. He's a young up and coming musician in his band. Those guys are great, and they haven't really, I think, had the chance to play in a place like the Dock, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they bring.
Pretty cool place to not only showcase your talents, but I think you just get a great crowd who's there for great music, great times. This is going to be an incredible, incredible night. Really encourage everybody to go out and check out Magdalene at the Dock, Blackout Wednesday.
What time does this show start, you said?
7 to 11. The River Rats play 7 to 9, and we close it down 9 to 11.
I cannot wait. Are we going to go dance?
I think so.
We're going to have to go
You
dance.
got to bring Mike.
Yes,
we're
I
all
will.
going to go. Check it out. It's something incredible. The music scene in Quincy is something that we should all embrace and we should all appreciate because we have a great community for music, live entertainment. Thank you so much for bringing your talents, keeping your talents in Quincy. Thank you to Kelsey and your kiddos for keeping your passion alive. Obviously, we love local talent. We love local
Support it. That's what it needs.
Yeah.
If we want live music to continue to happen, we need to support
Otherwise,
the live music.
You may end up with Nora on a stage.
Exactly.
Eye of the Tiger, which is
Singing-
pretty badass.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's not, but
Yeah.
Or you and I doing hot cross
And
buns.
I owe a lot to the Fielders and the Tri-Point Paradox and those bands because, I carry those memories with me all the time of going and seeing those guys play and being like, I want to do that. I want to do that. So we got to keep this going. And, I love nothing more than seeing a young kid in the crowd at our shows. If the gentlemen are playing Oktoberfest, we're playing at the Dock. I don't know if the Dock allows kids, but I love nothing more than seeing a young kid that has that look in their eyes of like, I want to do that.
the next gen. Very, very cool. Josh Lawless, you are an incredible human being. You have an incredible family. Can't wait to watch you on stage, not freeze, because you are now very well versed and you're ready to take it on.
Slapping.
Let's slapping it up. Let's go watch
Mm-hmm.
Magdalene Blackout Wednesday at the Dock. Please go show some love. Cheers to you,
Cheers.
man. Yeah,
Thank you, guys.
cheers to you.
Happy Blackout Wednesday,
You're
Club
gonna
Buddy.
have to come back because I feel like there's
I
so
know.
much we didn't even
So much more.
uncover.
So much more.
Sounds good to me.
All right. Well, cheers.
Thank you.